Hey, Jackie. Thank you so much for being a part of this summit. Realign your thoughts for women who want to exude confidence in every area of their lives. So happy to have you here. To get us started, why don't we have you introduce yourself? So tell us who you are, what you do, and why you decided to be a part of this summit.
Yes. Well, I am so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jacqui Vasquez, Coach Jackie, if you will. I am a business mindset coach, and I help mompreneurs change their mind so they can, get more into their business, get out of their head, take out the fear, and just show up confidently in their business. And that is honestly why I wanted to join this summit. I mean, anything where we can align with our confidence and something and that brings out our amazingness, our gift, our light, if you will. I'm here and I'm all for it.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's start us off with the big question. What does confidence mean to you?
Ooh, I love that question. Confidence to me is being so super comfortable in this fabulous skin you're in, right? It's knowing and owning who you are and who you're meant to be, stepping into your higher self, if you will.
I like that. Stepping into your higher self, owning who you are. Yes, yes. So, based on that definition, do you consider yourself to be a confident person?
Oh, I'm very confident. I'm a very confident person. I own who I am. I am so comfortable with my higher self. I mean, I've honestly gotten in there, gotten to know her, who she is, where does she like to shop, what does she like to eat. I know her inside and out, and I show up as her as many times as possible a day.
Yes, you said you show up as her. Okay. And so, let me ask you this question. So, how would you define then business confidence?
Yes. And so business confidence is really all in the same thing. It is being confident in the skin you're in. It is knowing who your higher self is in your business. It is having goals and knowing what they are, but being comfortable enough to roll through the punches. Knowing to me, confidence in your business as well is knowing that failure is going to come. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to fall. But every single time I fall, honey, it's a lesson in disguise. And so I'm going to go ahead and learn this lesson and step into that higher self that I am trying to get to.
Yeah. So, pretty much what you're saying for business confidence is just, again, knowing yourself and your business, knowing your business like you know yourself,
Yes.
and that failure, it's to be expected, but learn from it.
To
There's
learn from.
opportunity in it.
Yes, just rolling with it. A lot of the times, I say this often, but when it comes to our educational system, how we are growing and learning as children, we're learning that it's not okay to get the D's and the F's. It's not okay to fail. When you fail, you're a failure. You're getting in trouble with your mom. You're getting in trouble with the school. You got to do summer school. You can't have no fun, And so we have taken on this sense of failure has taken on this sense of the big bad wolf in our lives, in our business, in our just selves. We don't like to fail in general, but little are we realizing these failures are giving us a step up to the person that we're intended to be. I got to learn these things because if I don't learn them, my higher self will never get to where she's supposed to be. She won't get there because I didn't learn all my lessons I was supposed to learn along the way.
True, true. So then, in your business, in your role, how does confidence play into that?
Oh man. So in my business, I like to show up a lot of places. And so when it comes to confidence, I was telling my sister recently, not everyone knows me. They don't know who I am. They don't know that I'm somebody that they should listen to, right? And so confidence is showing up in my business with I have to show up a lot of places and show up and just share my vulnerable moments, share my good times, my bad times, I've gotten on my stories and had puffy eyes. I had cried the whole day before, swear to goodness, got on and shared my story, and it touched other female mompreneurs who are going through the same thing that I was going through. And so, I'm a big component of my mess is my message, and so I have to confidently show up sharing my mess so it could be a message to other people.
Yeah, I love this. So for you, sometimes that means being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Vulnerability is confidence.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Being vulnerable is being confident because people need your message. Have you ever been sitting there listening to somebody inspirational and they're telling their story, but you like, are they talking to me? They're just sharing their story. They're not talking directly to you. I mean, it could be in church, it could be sitting at a conference somewhere. Anything that you've done, you've been somewhere where that person felt like they were directing their conversation to you when all they were doing was sharing their story. You have that same ability. There's somebody a few steps behind you that wants to know and hear from you.
Yeah. So, what has helped you to be more confident in who you are professionally and in your personal life, Jacqui?
Yes, love this question. So what has helped me to be more confident? Honestly, I literally just had a clubhouse room today talking about this, so this is fresh in my brain. But I do something called 20 20 minutes of mindfulness, 20 minutes of soulfulness, and 20 minutes of moving my body every day. I got to give myself that 60 minutes. Sometimes the 60 minutes is straight 60 minutes in the morning. Sometimes it's sporadic. It's throughout the day. I'm getting 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes over there. But 20 minutes of mindfulness is meditating, it's praying, it's, just being still, deep breathing exercises, listening to my favorite song and just zoning out and feeling good, right? 20 minutes of actually 20 minutes, that's 20 minutes of soulfulness. 20 minutes of mindfulness is reading a book I like, listening to a podcast, journaling. That's really me getting into my mind, getting into my soul is the meditating, the praying, and things of that nature. And then 20 minutes of moving my body is just like I'm saying, I'm exercising. I'm going to get something in. And the something in can be, I'm dancing for 20 minutes. I can do a playlist of my 5 favorite songs and I dance for all the songs. And before I know it, I've gotten 20 minutes of moving my body in. And so not only am I healthy, giving myself body a healthy jolt, I'm also mindfully jolting my body every day and soulfully jolting it every day. And so it just makes me float throughout the day confidently because I feel good because I poured into me. I'm no longer pouring from an empty cup. I'm pouring from a cup that is overflowing.
Yes, a cup that is overflowing. So the key is self-care. Yeah.
1,000%. Per 1,000%. There's a lot of things. I'm also big on getting in the mirror. Mirror work. Talk to yourself in the mirror. You brushing your teeth, you beautiful thing. You look at you, girl. Yes, you are over here killing it today. Done woke up feeling good. Put that smile on your face. Compliment yourself as you would want your favorite lover, to compliment you. Start to get in that mirror and talk to yourself. And this is something I say, and I joke about it, but I'm really, really honest about it. The more you get comfortable with talking to yourself in the mirror, before you know it, you're going to be dancing butt naked in that mirror, thinking that you are the bomb.com. Try it.
True confidence. Yes. Love it. Love it. So are you open to sharing an experience when maybe you didn't feel as confident and you had to push through that, if you were able to push through that situation, and then how you were able to push through?
Absolutely. So it's crazy because I have a lot of stories like that, right? There's a lot of moments when I don't feel my most confident. I mean, those are always flying in and out of here. But what strikes me the most is when I started my business. And, I was working my 9 to 5. This was during COVID, before COVID. I remember telling one of my girlfriends, girl, I come to work for y'all. I mean, literally, I would watch TV shows to talk about them with my girlfriends, like shows that I would never watch, the have and the have nots and stuff like that, just so we could get to the lunch table and gossip about it. And I said, man, y'all make work fun. Y'all make work the bomb. And then 2020 happened. And what happened? My friends were gone. My reason for showing up to work was gone. It was gone. And not only that, I'm home with these kids. And I'm just like, I'm not a teacher. So I'm feeling like I'm failing as a mama, failing as an employee. Like I felt like I was failing in all aspects of my life. And to top it all off, y'all, just to really bring it full circle, I had moved back with my parents because my husband and I couldn't financially make it. So we moved back to save to try to buy a house because we had a business that failed. So it was like everything was failing. I had a business failed. My kids were in school feeling like it was fail. I was failing them because they couldn't seem to get it together. I couldn't seem to get it together. Wasn't getting together at work. I felt low. I was crying every day. And what brought me back was mirror talk. I got in that mirror and started to tell myself stuff that at the moment I wasn't believing. but sooner than later, I started to. And so one of the affirmations that I say this all the time. One of the affirmations that I said was, I am Lisa Nichols. I am Oprah. Now it sounds crazy, right? Who is this crazy girl talking about she Lisa Nichols? I'm not Lisa Nichols, nor am I Oprah, but that was me showing up as them. Before I knew it, I got invited to, you going through ads. An ad came up for a Lisa Nichols conference. I ended up at her conference. I had a book that I had written sitting in my little drafts. She ended up motivating me to publish my book. Just being in her conference, I published my book. She let me know it was open to me. I could be a speaker. I love speaking, obviously, right? I love coming and talking to people, sharing my message. I learned my message from Lisa Nichols. So me just making the statement brought her into my face. Once she was in my face, she was motivating me in a way that I don't think Lisa Nichols will ever realize. She knows she motivates the masses, but she won't know what she did to me. You see what I'm saying? But just getting in that mirror and telling myself, I am Lisa Nichols. And so now as I go and I speak, I don't know who this message may touch, right? But it will make a difference to somebody. So therefore what? I am Lisa Nichols.
Yes. So what I hear you saying is that for you, it was that experience was an experience of failure.
Yes.
And it was through affirmations and seeing yourself as your higher self is what was able to get you through.
That's right. That's exactly right. And then showing up as her, because I kept reminding myself who I was every day. I showed up as her. I didn't have no choice because I was, girl, you didn't say you're Lisa Nichols. What are we supposed to do today to get like her?
Yeah. And I love that you have to show up. We can say a lot of things, but if we don't show up as that person, then nothing happens.
Yes. And what affirmations do, what they do is they are a form of auto-suggestion to the subconscious mind. So as we're operating, behaving in our life, it is a direct command from our subconscious mind. We don't operate from the conscious. By the time it got to the conscious mind, your subconscious mind had already thought it and told you what to do. Me over here touching my hand, my subconscious mind was already telling me to do it before my conscious mind got into action on it. So I want to remind you, when you tell yourself suggestions through auto-suggestion, through your subconscious mind, your body will have no choice but to show up like that. And so as much as we want to say, oh my God, motivation, the motivation is really what you're telling yourself every day.
Yeah. So my next question then would be, so when you have that, when negative thinking, when it really starts to come in and it starts to create that self-doubt, no, you can't, you shouldn't, how do you realign your thoughts to really regain that confidence?
That's a good question. Yes. Okay. So realigning your thoughts has a lot to do with the fact that you are not your thoughts. We are going to have we have over 70,000 thoughts a day, and they're floating in your brain. And would you believe that 80% of them are negative, right? They're gonna come. So the best thing to do is to be an observer of your thought. Let that thought just float on by. Look at it. Ooh, now, is that really true? Right? Because, that imposter is in there telling you all sorts of stuff. Them limiting beliefs are like, oh, no, baby, you can't do it. But then when you ask yourself, is it ultimately true? Like going for the I can't do it thought. It's going to come up. I can't do that. And everybody else is doing it. What makes me think I'm going to be any good at it? When that arises, is it ultimately true? And then make a list. Make a list of all the amazing things you've ever done in your life. You can even make a list going back to, I learned to walk. I passed the 5th grade. I passed middle school. Lord, would it be? I graduated from high school. And you start going through the list of all the things that you've done in your life. And then you see, well, it's not ultimately true. I can do hard things. I'm actually pretty awesome. I've done some pretty hard things. Especially mamas. When a mama looks at it, baby, if you done pushed the baby out, had a C-section, I don't care what it was, baby, but you did it. You could do the hardest things of all. Just change it. Change your perspective on it, because you are awesome and you can change your thought. Just give yourself a new, better one that feels good.
Yeah. So Just be aware of your thoughts and then question your thoughts.
And then question it. Is this true? That ain't true.
Yeah.
And if you have an imposter that's in the back of your mind or them limiting beliefs, name the woman. You know, it could be Keisha. Go on, Keisha, sit down. Ain't nobody talking to you. Sorry for anyone named Keisha.
Get back.
Right? Get back.
Get back. So for somebody who is struggling with business confidence, what are 3 actions that you would tell them to maybe take to start regaining that confidence?
Absolutely. Why are you doing this? Align your business with your soul. Basically meaning, what is this for? Who am I trying to touch? Who am I trying to impact? And see that person as an actual person. And I'm saying you could do this with anything. You could be a tumbler maker. See that wedding party with your cups out in Cancun, chilling, happy, they got it on time, they're feeling good, connected to a soul-aligned purpose of yours. Why am I doing this? For me, in business mindset, I want to have more mama entrepreneurs attacking the world. This is my why. And to take it a little deeper, why? Because honestly, we are powerful. We are gifts, and our gifts most of the time get diminished because we're doing so much for our children. We don't have an opportunity to show up for ourselves. So I'm here to show these women how to show up for themselves because they got something that we need. Let's be honest. The woman that made the shapewear, she started something. You know what I'm saying? Letting us all know we can look cute in dresses. And so when she did, right? And so when she did that, she embarked upon a journey where she broke a ceiling for us. And there's other ceilings that are meant to be broken, other things that can help other people in the world that we need you to come out with whatever it is you got, whether it be a service, a product, or whatever. So that's my why. You can tell I get passionate when I talk about it. I get excited, right? And so when you connect it, it makes you more confident in your business. You show up like, yeah, I'm the bomb, baby. You need me. You need me. You show up different. So that's one. Another tip, fall in love with you. Your net worth equals your self-worth. So if you don't like what's going on in your bank account, it's time for you to connect with what's going on inside you. How are you feeling about you? Do you feel that you're deserving of the money? Do you feel like you're worthy of the money that you desire in your life? Get in contact and touch with you, fall in love with you, get in the mirror, do the 20-20-20. You know, there's a few things that you can do to fall more deeply and madly in love with you. But if I can give any advice, the first would be to figure out who that higher self is and fall in love with her. Because a lot of the times we fall back into the old self, the old way of being. That's easy. That's easy. It's easy to be stagnant. But the hard part is showing up as that higher self. So when you're in love with her, you want to be her. You strive to be her, right? My higher self is a lot like Lisa Nichols and Oprah. I strive to be more like them women. They the bomb, you know, right? So you show up differently. So your higher self, you know, definitely getting in contact with your why. And another thing to show up confidently, have fun. This is supposed to be fun. This ain't supposed to be stressful. Have a job if you want to be stressed. Okay, have fun. This is fun. When you get on a live or you get on a reel or you do a TikTok, honey, this is a good time. If you ain't laughing at yourself, don't post it. So yeah, those are my tips.
Yeah, I love that. So what I got was to get connected and aligned with your why.
Yes.
To show up as your higher self. Mm-hmm. And of course, to have fun.
Have fun.
Why you doing it if you ain't having fun?
I mean, what you doing? This is supposed to be a good time. It's not supposed to feel like work. It's supposed to feel like a good time. And it can when you do all those things.
Yes, love it, love it. Well, I certainly do appreciate you, ma'am. And before we wrap up, any final thoughts to these wonderful women?
Any final thoughts, honey? Confidence is already in there. It's already in you. When you go back and think about your younger self, that self who was jumping and doing a whole bunch of stuff on the monkey bars, or, you know, that confident you is already in you. The only reason that it's not showing up half the time is it got stomped out by somebody else. Who care about them? Let her go ahead and shine her light. when I was 10 years old, I was in a bikini with my stomach hanging over and rolling over the top. I try every day to show back up as that little girl. Every day.
Yes, that is wonderful. Thank you so much, Latanya. This has been an awesome interview. I think you are a fantastic woman, a confident woman. And I am always in appreciation and in gratitude of women who give of themselves and their time. So thank you so very much.
Thank you. I adore you. And thank you for doing this. You are really going to be impacting the world with your light. We appreciate you.
Thank you.